Our main character, named Barry Allen, 14 years ago, was saved from something mysterious, but his mom, Nora Allen, died. Present day, Barry is a CSI investigator and is dealing with a case. Barry is working on a case that Joe West assigned him, so he can't go with Iris West to see Starlab Particle Accelerator. The analysis is finished, so Joe lets Barry and Iris goes to Starlab. Harrison Wells, the leader in Starlabs, and the team will change the understanding of physics for future advancements. A robber stole Iris's laptop, so Barry chases after him. The robber escapes. Before escaping, he injures Barry, and Barry and Iris goes back to the police station. Barry goes back to his lab, but the particle accelerator has a malfunction. The malfunction causes mysterious things to happen, and then Barry gets struck by lightning. With the info Barry gave to Joe, Joe goes and investigates 4 farms and finds the criminal's car at one of the farms. The criminal shoots at Joe and his partner to escape by plane, but the malfunction from the particle accelerator blew up the plane with the criminal inside. 9 months later, Barry is in Star Labs with Cisco Ramon and Caitlin Snow monitoring Barry, and he suddenly regains consciousness. Harrison explains to Barry what happened with the particle accelerator and the aftermath of the effects of the malfunction. After waking up, Barry goes meets with Iris, but a strange thing happens for a split second, where everyone just slows down while Barry is moving at regular speed. It happens again when a criminal tries to take the gun from the policeman, and Barry stops it with his speed. At the bank, Clyde Martin robs the bank with his powers, but Martin was pronounced dead from the plane crash. So Barry goes to Star Labs to test his power, but has a flashback 14 years ago, causing him to crash in some water canister, fracturing his arms, but it healed within 3 hours. Back at the police station, witnesses at the robbery are giving their testimony that a storm erupted in the bank, and Martin got away with 200 grand. At a police car chase, one of the police cars spins out and almost crashes into Barry and Iris, but Barry saves Iris. Barry chases after Martin's car and flips the car over. They were about to engage into battle, but a car came crashing in from the fog, leading to Martin's escape. Barry explains what happens to Joe, but Joe doesn't believe Barry because he saw Martin die from a plane crash, so Barry left the scene. Barry goes to Star Lab to confront Harrison about other people having powers, and Harrison explains what caused people to become metahumans. Barry runs to Starling City to consult his feeling about becoming a hero to Oliver Queen. Oliver inspires Barry to become better, and when Barry leaves, they both are amazed by each other's abilities. Barry goes back to Star Labs to ask for help from Cisco and Caitlin to help find and arrest metahumans, and Cisco shows Barry the Flash suit. Joe and Eddie Thon goes to the farm where Martin was last found, and they find Martin there to arrest him, but Martin overpowers Joe and Eddie. Barry shows up as the Flash to save Joe and Eddie. Barry comes up with an idea to stop the tornado by running fast enough to stop the tornado. Barry is knocked out by Martin, but Harrison encourages Barry to not give up and to finish what he cannot do. Barry tries again and stops the tornado from forming. Martin was about to shoot Barry when Barry was out of energy, but Joe saves Barry at the end. Joe apologizes to Barry after finding out that he is the Flash, and Barry goes meets with his father, Henry Allen. We find out that Harrison can stand and is looking at an article where Flash goes missing. A building is on fire, and Barry runs into the building to save the people inside. A gun shop was robbed, but it only showed one person in the CCTV, and Barry makes a bad joke about the captain having the same foot size as the criminal Denton Black. The university is giving Simon Stagg an award for his organ transplant work, but at the party, Black came and robbed everyone's expensive item at gunpoint. Barry wanted to stop them, but Iris stopped him. A security came to save the day, but Barry had to save him, and Black's team escaped. Barry tried to chase after Black, but fainted for some unknown reason. Joe gives Barry a warning, and Caitlin was furious because Barry didn't let anyone know about feeling lightheaded. The fainting was due to getting exhausted from not getting enough food. Joe finds out that Barry is saving people and is mad because Joe treats Barry as his own son and doesn't want to see Barry hurt. In a dark alley, Stag's bodyguard, Java, meets with Black, and Black wants Stag's life, but Java doesn't want to ruin his reputation. So he hits Black and walks away while insulting him, asking where his army is at. Black multiplies himself and takes out Java. The next day, Java was found dead, and Joe gives Barry some skin samples and hopes it's the criminal. The analysis of the skin sample is done and finds it interesting that someone can generate new stem cells. Joe and Eddie goes to Stag to ask him some questions, but Black shows up trying to take out Stag. A gunfight starts, but Barry came right on time to save Joe. Barry tries to apprehend Black, but is beaten by Black instead. Luckily, Barry escaped before getting shot at. Harrison visits Joe and tries to get Joe to give his blessing to Barry to become a hero. Caitlin tells Barry a way to stop Black, but suddenly the clone of Black starts moving, and Joe neutralizes it. Joe inspires Barry to become a hero that he has always wanted to be. Meanwhile, Black goes to Stag and is about to shoot Stag, but Barry saves them. A fight starts between Barry and Black plus his clones. Black explains why he's going after Stag due to losing his wife because Stag took Black's project. Barry gets overwhelmed by Black's clone, so he runs out. The team in Star Labs encourages Barry and tells him nothing is impossible. Barry uses his speed and he sees one of them is sweating, so Barry knocks him out, leading to all the clones collapsing. Black gets up and tackles Barry, but Barry dodges it with his speed and Black falls out of the window. Barry tries to save Black, but Black uses his ability to prevent Barry from saving him, so he falls to his death. A couple days later, a police car chase was happening, but the criminal pulled out a gun and started shooting at the officers. Barry gets the call and puts the criminal at the back of the police car, saving the officer from a gunfight. At a restaurant, the Darbinian mob boss is having a meeting, but is interrupted by the poison gas that neutralized them all. The next day, they are found and Barry goes and checks it out. Barry suspects it was a metahuman that did it due to the position of everyone in that room. At Star Labs, Joe asks the team to make a prison for the evil metahumans, and Harrison offers to make the particle accelerator ring into a prison. Joe offered to help Barry with freeing Henry from prison for being accused of murdering his wife Nora. Alan. Joe is going over some old videotapes, but Iris interrupts, so Joe stops everything. We have a flashback of Ronnie, Kaylin's fiance, when the particle accelerator had a malfunction. Ronnie went into the ring to fix it, but told Cisco to lock it down to save everyone, especially Caitlin. Ronnie wasn't able to make it out in time, so he died. Before Ronnie's passing, Caitlin and Ronnie had a heart-to-heart chat. The analysis came back, but the dead bodies didn't have any poison gas in them, but Caitlin found it strange that there are 2 different DNAs in the body, and Barry theories that the person became the gas itself. In the elevator, Cal Nimbus, the criminal, meets with Judge Howard to terminate her because she sent him to prison to get the death penalty. Barry arrives at the scene and finds Nimbus escaping at the back, so Barry goes after him. Nimbus uses his poison gas on Barry, and Barry runs back to Star Labs. Back at the lab, they get a sample of the gas to see how they can win against Nimbus. Barry brings this information to Joe, and they have a talk on how Barry is going to feel useless sometimes because he can't save everyone, and he just has to live with it. We find out Nimbus is terminating people for revenge, and his last target is Joe, who is at Iron Height Prison visiting Henry. Caitlin gives Barry an antidote to the toxin Nimbus produces. Nimbus uses his toxin on Joe and escapes through the fence. Barry arrives right on time to save Joe with an antidote and chases after Nimbus. Nimbus turns into a giant gas and chases after Barry. They find a way to defeat Nimbus by exhausting him from his gas form back to human form. When he is in the state of exhaustion, Barry knocks him down and arrests him. That's it for part 1. If you want part 2, comment flash, and also don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.